But they smell so good and I had to get them. You know, when it comes to these things, you gotta grab them, because if you don't grab them, it's gone. You will never see them again. I turned 30 and I spent the first 5 years in my 30s, and if I can be honest, in depression. Good morning. Let me shut that down. Welcome back to my channel. It is, what is today? It's February 19th. I just did my skincare routine, put my hair in a bun. I'm about to do my makeup in a bit because I'm headed to work. But first I gotta clean inside this sink because I did the dishes. I washed everything. However, I didn't get to scrub in here. So I'm just basically, put down the solution. I'm gonna scrub all around and then rinse it all. But y'all, I hope you enjoyed my Galentine's video. I had so much fun hosting people, and I had a lot of fun recording the content. It was just a great time. And honestly, I'm excited to like have the next gathering and have people over. Definitely going back to Hobby Lobby, like I said previously, to get more decoration and themes, etc. I still can't believe that we recorded everything in slow motion. You guys didn't see it in slow motion because what happened is once I put it in the editing app, I sped the video up, but even though I sped the video up, like there was still no volume. So that's why we did the voiceover, and I had my friend do the voiceover, and she's just hilarious. She's funny without her even knowing she's funny. But a huge mistake that I did, and I was like, I will never do that again. I bought so much food. I bought so much like snacks and ingredients and stuff like that. And what happened is, because I bought so much and no one really took anything home, they took a few things here and there, I ended up being stuck with so much leftovers that I ended up packaging like a big bag full of like the milk and cheese and other things that I don't really eat on a daily basis, and I brought it upstairs to my neighbor because they have a few kids. I think they have like 3 or 4 kids, so I ended up bringing them a bunch of stuff because I just couldn't eat it all, y'all. And I still had leftovers. Okay, the sink was pretty clean. It didn't really need a lot. Sometimes I'll really like dig in and scrub deeply, but it didn't really need a lot. So sorry, y'all. Camera cut off. All right, so we're about to come do some makeup. Y'all, the lighting in here is horrible. Please forgive me. Let me try to set you up properly. What was I saying earlier? I was saying, yeah, so I ended up wasting so much, not wasting. I ended up buying so much food, and I didn't want to waste. That's what I was trying to avoid. So, lesson learned. Don't overdo it. I'm only one person. I'm not going to be able to eat it all. And I just really don't like wasting food because people go hungry every day, you know? Okay. I woke up in my ears, like, let me fix this camera. Okay, now you're straight. I have gauged ears, so the problem is, like, sometimes in the winter, like right now I have ointment on it. I don't know if you can see it, but sometimes in the winter when it's like really drying outside, it ends up drying the inside of that as well, and it gets chapped, kind of like when your lips get chapped and dried. Same thing happens to it. So I ended up putting some moisturizing ointment to kind of help with that today. All right. Yeah. If you notice, I haven't been vlogging a lot about like salon life. I haven't been posting so much because there's nothing to post. Salon life is so boring right now. There's nothing happening. There's absolutely nothing happening. And a lot of people, a lot of the girls that used to get like really fun, intricate artwork and stuff like that, a lot of people have shifted careers. A lot of them are in like medical fields or customer service, or like one girl ended up working HR in her school district now. And that's why you haven't been seeing much, because everything has shifted. So I don't really have salon content to give you. And I caught myself just making videos about restocking the food and, you know, cleaning and blah, 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 blah. But there's only so much you can do with that. And then it just becomes repetitive. You know what I mean? So if you're someone who started following me for like salon content when I first started, and I was always posting like what I'm doing and like client interaction and stuff like that, it's not that I've abandoned that type of content. It's just that there's nothing to give you. There's really nothing, y'all. There's nothing to give you. Salon life is so boring right now. I'm so bored with it. There's nothing to show you. There's nothing to give you. Everything's kind of repetitive. So I just decided, you know, there's no point in creating that kind of content, because it'll be the same thing over and over and over again. Because people got bills to pay and they've entered new fields and new jobs, and I understand, you know. Can't be mad at that. I'm doing my like quick everyday makeup stuff. It's just so basic, y'all. It's so basic. It's not even worth a tutorial. It's so basic. It's just basically to make me look alive and have it together. That's all there is. I don't know what I'm gonna get into this week, but in 2 weeks, y'all, it's my birthday. In 2 weeks, oh my God, I'm gonna be 40. I'm gonna be 40 in 2 weeks. Just hearing that number sounds crazy, because I definitely don't feel it. I don't feel that age. But then again, I never feel any age I walk into. I don't know why. I just never really felt like whatever age it is that I'm turning. You know, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but like, I'm gonna have to use a lint roll after. I never felt 18 when I turned 18. I never felt 21 when I turned 21. I never felt 30 when I turned 30. I never felt 35 when I turned 35. And now I'm about to be 40 in 2 weeks. And I'm just like, I still don't feel it. I just never felt connected to the number of the age that I'm turning. I don't know why, but I just never did. Let me finish this and then get back to you. I'm at work now. I'm about to refill for the tea and the coffee. I'm not gonna do too much, because honestly, I feel like not a lot of people drink this. They drink more of the water and soda. When I first got these machines, the tea kettle and the coffee maker, I honestly thought people were going to be drinking it all the time, because all my clients drink coffee and they drink tea. When I tell you they hardly even touch it, they're basically like whatever's in the fridge, the water, the sparkling water, the soda. I have nothing again. I run out of these things so quickly, it's crazy. Like, look at that. I feel like I just refilled that and it's gone again. I have like, I think a good 40 to 45 minutes before my first client. I only have 2 clients today, which I'm honestly happy about. Usually I'm like, what's happening, what's going on? But I'm actually happy about it, because y'all, I'm having my, you know, monthly situation. And honestly, I just couldn't be bothered this morning. So I'm happy I have 2. And I'm glad it came now, because B-Day is like 2 weeks away, so I didn't want to have it during that time. I'm gonna do my cuticles. I'm not gonna do my nails yet. I'm gonna do it. Let me see. When am I gonna do it? I don't know. I don't know when I have time. But I gotta do it before March 1st. I gotta find a day that I can do it. I'm not sure what I want to do, honestly. It's been months It's been a long time. It's been like, can y'all even see me? I feel like the lighting here is horrible. It's been months since I've done my nails. But what were we talking about at the apartment? What were we talking about? I forgot what we were talking about. But I wanted to touch base about something. So I feel like every time I speak to someone who's like older in my age group, I would say like 40 to 45, I feel like so many people associate getting older, maturing, and becoming an adult. A lot of the things they associate with is just very depressive. It really is. I feel like how can I explain it properly? So when I turned 30, I had certain expectations of what life should be. I had certain expectations of how I'm supposed to feel, the things that I'm supposed to acquire, etc., 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 right? Because I feel like the pressure from the world, from society, from like whatever culture it is you come from parents, from, you know, just your surrounding. I feel like there's this expectation of when you reach 30 of what it's supposed to be like. And then I turned 30 and I spent the first 5 years in my 30s, and if I can be honest, in depression. I spent the first 5 years in depression because I feel like a lot of people, so many people, how can I describe this? I feel like so many people reach a certain age and they automatically shut off and want to change and become this version of an adult, and, you know, want to represent whatever they feel like they should be. And I feel like people completely lose themselves. And I felt myself hitting that mark as well, and I just couldn't understand it. And I feel like part of the reason is because so many people reach a certain age gap in adult years, and they feel like they need to kill who they were, and they need to like shut off their inner child and just completely wake up and become this adult that does these adult things and blah 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 blah. Let me tell you, that was the worst decision I ever made in my life. I completely lost myself those first few years. I was so lost. I was so confused. I was so depressed. I felt like my life was just wake up, pay the bills, 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 go to work, wake up, pay the bills. That was the cycle that I was on when I was trying to live the so-called adult life. And then after that, I just had enough. And I was just like, you know what? I just don't want to be like this, because everyone I knew were stuck in relationships and marriages and situations that they hated. But, you know, they wanted to hold on to it because of image. They want to say, like, you know, I'm grown, I have a family, I blah, 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 whatever else comes with it. So many people hated the careers they're in, and they felt stuck. So many people just hated their lives in general. And it was the same cycle over and over and over again. And I just watched people's spirits just slowly die and disappear. And it's the most insane thing. I wouldn't even know how to describe it. I've seen so many people lose themselves, and it was honestly sad. And so I reached a certain point where I just had enough. I'm about to go in with my cuticle bit. I just reached a certain point in my life where I just had enough. And I just started questioning, like, why do I have to lose myself completely to be considered responsible, to be considered an adult, to be considered living my life properly the way I should, you know? And so that was 30 to 35. And then honestly, from 35 And from 35 to now, you know, I'm 2 weeks away from 40, has been the best years of my life. And the reason is because 5 years ago, after dealing with all that depression and uncertainty and whatever else, and mind you, I've been on a roller coaster ride still. Like life is evolving, you know, like, you know, the last year I shut down and came back, etc. But that was because of my choosing. That was because I wanted to explore different things to see for sure what it is I actually wanted. What I'm trying to say is, like, the last 5 years, after dealing with so much, it's hard to put into words. After trying to live up to what I felt like I should be, I finally had enough, and I was like, you know what? I want to go on a journey of healing myself, and I wanted to go on a journey of trying to rediscover myself. I wanted to understand what the situation was. I wanted to understand why I was having these feelings. I wanted to nurture myself. I wanted to reconnect. And when I started thinking about it, I was like, you know, the root of all my issues as to why I'm so unhappy and I feel so unfulfilled is because I let go of a part of myself that I really, really enjoyed and loved. And so I made that decision to heal my inner child. I made that decision to go back in time and heal all the things that caused me trauma and all the things I never got to experience as a kid. And I wanted to heal that within myself. And it was the best decision I've ever made in life. I feel like a lot of mistakes that people make going into adult life is they forget the joy and happiness that they had as a kid. You know, you almost abandon your childlike self. You almost neglect and abandon that part. And I get it, you want to be a grown-up, you can be an adult, you could be a grown-up, but you don't have to kill your inner spirit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Am I making sense? And so I just wanted to heal my inner child, and I was just doing all the things I love. And like, I'm such a big kid, you know, I love anime, I love American animation, I love anything fashion, I love makeup, I love anything glitz and glamour, I love decorating, I love creating, I love, you know, I love all the things that make me happy. You know, I love Barbie, I grew up on Barbie, Bratz, all that was my thing. And I was just sitting there like, why do I have to shut that off and pretend that I'm not into these things so that I can feel like an adult? First of all, I have a business, okay? I pay my bills. I have my own place. I take care of everything that needs to be taken care of. I'm basically adulting at the highest level of adulting. So I'm sitting here thinking, why can't I enjoy myself? If I'm doing all the things that I'm supposed to do, and I'm living my adult life, and I'm responsible, and I'm handling business, and I'm doing this and that and third, why can't I enjoy myself? Why can't I watch what I want to watch, wear what I want to wear, buy the things I want to buy, explore the things I want to explore, go to these events, have fun? Why do I have to kill that part of myself to feel like I'm an adult? And I feel like that's what causes a lot of depression with a lot of people as you start to get older. Because then life takes over, and then you got all these bills, then you got, you know, your medical stuff, then you got your kids, and then it's just like you slowly die inside because you neglect that part of you that makes you happy. So now that I've been on the journey of healing my inner child, and I feel good, I feel like I'm at a level where internally I am good with myself. I'm at a really great space, and I feel really happy. I feel I feel healed. You can never be healed 100%, but I feel like I'm at least 90. Do you know what I mean? Like, no one's perfect. I feel like the next chapter of my life, like I've spent my 30s doing these things, and I've spent the last 5 years healing my inner child as much as I can. I feel like the next chapter of my life from 40 and beyond is going to be about freedom. I don't want to have to work this hard. I don't want to have to be stuck just working. I want to make time for life. I want to travel more. I want to explore more places. I want to explore more food. I want to connect with other people from different cultures. And it's just so nice to explore all these different lifestyles and all these like different traditions and things like that. And I want to live the next chapter of my life being free to do and explore and connect more. I don't want to spend my life just working and then that's it. You know? So that's the journey I've been in lately. But I just wanted to say, like, there's nothing wrong with enjoying the things you enjoy, y'all. Live your life. Live your life. Live your life, do the things that you enjoy, because I feel like that's what creates sadness. That's what kills people's spirits. That's what... The world is crazy. The world is crazy. There's always gonna be some sort of war. There's always gonna be, you know, some sort of issues with the human rights and blah, 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 blah. But you gotta find happiness. You gotta find peace within it all, because you will lose your mind. Okay? If you're hardworking and you pay your bills, you take care of your kids, and you take care of your spouse, whether it's your wife, your husband, whoever it is, and you come home and you're cooking and you're cleaning and you're, you know, making sure people are fed, and you're taking care of the household, and you're watching your parents who have dementia, and you're taking care of your kid who has a disability, and then you're taking care of a loved one who has cancer, and you're doing all these other things. Why can't you enjoy your life? Why can't you find some time for yourself where you're like, okay, I'm tired, I just did this all this week. Maybe I want to play a video game. Go play that video game. Create a corner in your home. Create a room where you set it up. Like, I highly believe in doing things that make your spirit happy. Create a room, buy your gaming system, and if you need to play a game a few hours out of the week just to like clear your mind and be in a happy space, go and do that. If you're like, oh, I just want to do my makeup in the house just to feel good, even though I'm not going nowhere, girl, go put your makeup on. Go get your little vanity. You can buy a little cheap one. You don't even have to spend a lot of money from like Amazon for like $100. Buy your little chair, your little table, do your little makeup, do your hair, get dressed. Even if you're gonna watch a movie in your living room, you know, create like a little makeup room for yourself in your closet if you have enough space, or if you have a corner in your room, create a little makeup space and put all your things, and do your press-ons, or get your nails done, or whatever it is. Like, do what makes you happy. If you want to color a book, color a coloring book. If you want to do a puzzle, do a puzzle. If you want to watch cartoons, watch cartoons. I still watch cartoons. I'm still putting on like Hey Arnold. I'm still watching. I love Bratz. Like, I still, you know what I mean? Like, do things that make you happy. Why do you have to kill that part of yourself? I don't know. That's just how I view it. So that's been my journey. I'm saying all of that, all in all, to say, live your life. F what people think. Do whatever makes you happy. The world is crazy. People go through things every single day. So if you want to grab a coloring book, color it. If you want to, like, I just bought myself 2 Bratz keychain. I'm so excited. I can't wait to put that on my bags, on my purse or something. I wanted that. It makes me happy. I love that. So why not? Why can't I enjoy that? If what makes you happy is cooking, then you know what? Go find you a recipe. You can buy, there's a lot of thrift shops that have like old recipe books. You can go and get you some. You can buy little kitchen gadgets here and there, and then you can, you know, give yourself like every 2 weeks recipes and things that you want to experiment with, new pastries that you want to bake. You know, you gotta find things that make you happy, y'all. You gotta find ways to reconnect with yourself, because that's how people lose themselves. You keep suppressing all these feelings. You come home and you're like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, da, 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 and then you forget about yourself. You forget about yourself, and then you get lost, and then you get depressed, and then, you know, I see so many people, like I know so many people in my life that used to be into activities, like they used to be into track, they used to love doing makeup, they used to get their hair done, they used to play video games, they used to cook all the time, they used to love to like build things, they used to love, and then I see them get older and then they shut it off because they feel like I need to live my life this way because this is what society thinks, and then they lose themselves completely, you know? So I refuse to do that. And if it ever comes a moment where I choose to settle down and build a family and all that, I'm still gonna be me. Honestly, me and my child will probably be buying Juicy Couture and doing all the things I love still. I'm still gonna be me. I'm not gonna stop being myself because you feel like because I'm 40 and whatever else I'm supposed to be and act and look a certain way. I'm not doing that. So yeah, I guess that's my little rant. Rant slash observation as of late. But anyway, y'all, I got so much to do. I got laundry to do. I've got a friend coming. When is she coming? She's coming like the first week? No, the end of the first week. So basically the second week of March, she's coming over and she's gonna be staying with me for a little bit, which is gonna be nice. I got my B-Day coming up. I gotta figure out what I want to do. I'm not 100% sure yet. I have an idea, but I'm not 100% sure. I've gotta go pick up my things because y'all know I got nothing here. I don't have anything here. I had it still at my sister's place. And so I would most likely have to go there and rent a car and then drive it back. Because I ain't got nothing, y'all. All my clothes, all my accessories, all my shoes, everything is at her place. And the space that I was staying at before, there just wasn't enough space for me to go and grab my things and bring. And also there wasn't enough space for me to go shopping and buy new items. I didn't have the closet space there. So that's why I've kind of been stuck wearing basically wearing the same things over and over again. Even my handbags. I only have this Juicy one that I bought a long time ago and it's like falling apart. So I am excited to be reunited with all my things. Oh my God, finally. I'm so excited, y'all. But let me focus and finish. Right now I'm doing my cuticles. Let me focus and finish that, and then we'll see what is on the agenda next. So I ended up getting an oatmeal bowl from Pliable, and it is oatmeal with banana, coconut flakes, almond bits, and peanut butter, and I think there's like some cocoa powder on top. It was definitely expensive. It is not cheap. Pliable is expensive, but I'll give them, you know what, like every time I buy something there, it tastes good, so I'll give them that. But this right here was about $16 because I adjusted it. It's usually, I think it's like $9.95, but because I adjusted and added things that I wanted rather than buying like a prefixed order from the menu. ended up being like $15, and then you got a tip as well, so there's extra for that. I have to buy this for my apartment. Like I need to buy all these ingredients so I can do it at home, because I've been doing really well. The last 2 weeks I've been cooking breakfast, lunch, dinner and snacks, everything at home. So this is my first time eating out. What's on my eye? This is my first time eating out in like a week, but I just didn't have this at home, and I really was craving it. Wait, y'all, I gotta take a bite. Perfection. And I told them not to put not to add any sugar. I know a lot of people like to add sugar to their oatmeal, but I just want to have it as natural and healthy as I possibly can. The coconut flakes are so good. I finished, and I'm about to head to, you know, my favorite spots: Burlington, Marshall, TJ Maxx, all three of those. I'm about to go check and see what they have in store. And also, I don't know, I used to love going 34th Street and just walking from like shop to shop, but I feel like, I don't know, it's not the same anymore. And here's what I have planned. Hear me out. So for my 40th birthday, I said to myself, I said, you know what? My gift to myself is gonna be 40 gifts for my 40th, right? I think that's fun. It's a great way to celebrate me. It's a great way to like find joy in things that I want, and things that basically things that I've been wanting, or things that I want to add to the house, or, you know, just for myself in general. So 40 gifts for my birthday. So far I've got 2. I've got other things in mind, but I'm gonna wait until I get them to show you what it is. And the 2 that I got was the one that I was speaking about earlier, the Bratz little keychain charm thing, like the blind box. And now I'm gonna go shop around and see what I can find. There is a Home Goods and there is Hobby Lobby out here. However, they're all in different locations. Where I'm going for the Burlington, Marshall, and TJ Maxx, it's all within that same strip. They're like maybe like 6 minutes from each other. TJ Maxx and Marshalls are right next to each other. Burlington is on the other end, although they're renovating and they're building Burlington right next to it. So it's gonna be in the future. I don't know when, but in the future it's gonna be Burlington, Marshalls downstairs, TJ Maxx, and then there's Ulta on the other side, which I think is pretty cool. Now, what they're gonna do with the old Burlington building, I have absolutely no idea. I don't know if they're gonna have 2 locations or if they're just moving to that location and that's gonna be vacant. I have no idea. And then the thing is, like, Hobby Lobby is all the way downtown, in Manhattan. And then Home Goods is up. So I don't think I'm gonna go there. I think I'm just gonna stick to that little strip. I'm gonna walk down 34th and see if I find anything I want. I know there's a Zara there. I know there's an H&M. They used to be Forever 21. You know that shut down. There's Macy's, but honestly, I don't shop at Macy's. There's... what else is there? I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything anymore. There's also, remember the little strip in Soho, like Broadway strip with all the shops? All of that has shifted. Last time I went there, it was all like supplies and stuff. It wasn't a lot of fashion. Before, it used to be a lot of clothing stores, sneakers, coats, things like that. I went back and I found a lot of like random grocery stores. I saw, what's that Japanese store? Muji, something like that. And then there's like a plushie toy place. And then there's a bunch of like snacks, like ice cream and snacks and stuff like that. And there's like I think a TJ Maxx there as well. Or is it Target? No, TJ Maxx out there. And then there's like Dwayne Reed. There's a bunch of like, it's not even a lot of shopping anymore, as in like clothing and fashion. So yeah, that's the vibes for now. I don't have anything else planned, y'all. I'm so excited for the rain to get rid of all this disgusting snow pile. It is freezing cold. It's raining out. But the beauty is there's not a lot of people outside. I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna be a lot of foot traffic, which is always great. Y'all, it only takes rain and snow to make New York City this empty. This is Herald Square, 34th Street. Usually it is stacked. Alright, I'm back inside. I did some damage, y'all. I did some damage. I found so many things. Let me set it up here first. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna show you the things that I bought for the house, for the kitchen. Essential items that we need. Let me try to get you straight. Okay, much better. And then I'm gonna show you essentials that I need for myself, and then I'm gonna show you a few things that I found. Remember I said earlier I'm doing 40 gifts for my 40th? I ended up finding, let me see, I already had 2 from yesterday, and then I end up finding 2, 4, yeah, so this is like 6 in total now. I ended up finding 4 more things. But first, let me show you these first essential items that I need. So the first thing I got was, and everything I purchased is TJ Maxx, Burlington, and Marshalls. I found them in all 3 stores. So I definitely needed strainers, because when I was baking and like, you know, rinsing my water and all that, I didn't have anything. So that's been a struggle. And I got this 3 set for $6.99. Now I like to use this one to make my tea, because I make a lot of fresh ginger. I like ginger, lemon, and turmeric tea. So what I do is I end up using a grater, and I ended up buying that as well. Let me show you what I mean. I purchased this for, I purchased this one for $3.99, and it's this one right here. I like these handheld ones. I like to use this, and I'll put it literally on top of the pot with water, and I'll take my ginger and I'll just like grate it into the pot, and then I'll take my lemon and slice it, and then I'll take my turmeric. Sometimes I don't do all 3. Most of the times it's usually ginger and lemon, and then I'll cut them up and put them in there. And what was I saying? I'll cut them up, put them in there, boil it, and then when the tea's ready, then what I do is I use the mini one. I'll use that, and I'll put it on top of my cup, and then I'll pour it so like that it strains it, so I don't get all like the big chunky pieces of the ginger, and also like the seeds and everything else that comes from the lemon. So I use that for that. And then I figured I could use this one from when I'm baking, because I was looking for like sifter and strainers and all that when I was baking, and you can kind of use this as well. It's pretty thin. I feel like that can work. And then also I'm gonna use this one right here for my rice. So whenever I'm cooking rice, I can use this to rinse and clean it off. So got these 2 for the kitchen, and they match the vibes of, you know, kitchen colors. So there's that. And then I definitely need, girl, why can't you speak English? What's wrong with me? Okay, I definitely need a can opener, and I got this one for $4.99. And what I like about this is also here for bottle. So if you want to use it for a bottle opener, it's combined. This one was $3.99, so we got that. And then for my sink, I ended up getting this one for $4.99. I'm gonna put it inside like the corner of the sink. I don't want anything on top because they showed the what was that? Like a mat, like a silicone mat that goes around the sink, like the handle of the sink where the Jesus, take the wheel. What is happening with me? There's a mat that goes around like the faucet, the sink faucet, and you can put your sponge, you can put the detergent, whatever. I don't want to do that because I feel like it looks really tacky. And also I don't want water to seep underneath. So I feel like this for inside the sink, just like stick it on. It shows you right here. Like, I'm sure some of y'all have this at home. So I bought that. And then, what else did I get, girl? I ended up buying this lemon squeezer because y'all, when I was making that lemon cake, y'all see me squeezing with my bare hand. I was squeezing so much. I had cramps, especially on like my right arm because I'm a righty. I had cramps. I just kept, so I said not anymore. We ended up buying this, and this one was $4.99. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know if it's because I'm tired, if I'm sleepy, or like what the issue is, but I can't get the words out today. I'm messing it up. But anyway, it's this lemon squeezer, and it's in my favorite color, of course. And then I've got these two peelers because I also, like, y'all saw me peeling my potatoes with a knife. I was doing it very old school because I don't have all my tools and gadgets in the apartment yet, so I'm just buying it little by little. And this one was $4.99 for this set, and it's these two right here. I just thought that was super cute, and they come in many different colors. There was like pink ones. If you're a neutral girly, there's a lot of creams, nudes, whites to kind of fit the vibe of your kitchen. My kitchen is very colorful, so I ended up going for that. And then last thing I got for the kitchen is this set right here. How much were you? For $6.99, and it's oil and vinegar bottle set. Now, I'm definitely not gonna use it for vinegar. I never put vinegar on anything when I think about it. I barely ever cook with vinegar, honestly. I usually use vinegar to clean my vegetables and my meats and my fruits. And I end up buying like the big containers. I never use it to actually like use on my food or salad or anything. So I'm just gonna use it, maybe one for like olive oil and one for my avocado oil. And it's this set right here. I just thought it was super cute. I like how like this one is a little lighter green and then this one is a deeper green. So you can differentiate between the two. And I love that it has like the gold rims and stuff like that and flips open like so. They had them in other colors and they had them in patterns, and I almost got the pattern. I kept thinking about it, but I'm like, you know, the kitchen has a lot going on and it has a lot of colors. So I feel like just putting multicolors of different things rather than patterns would look nicer. So yeah, we got these right here. Now for the essential items that I need, I was running low on moisturizers and I ended up repurchasing this. Now I've used this brand, how many years has it been now? I've been using this brand for maybe like over 5 years, and I'll always like pick and choose which kind. I also use a different Korean like beauty brand. You know when you go to TJ Maxx and Marshalls, they have all the skincare section. I usually go for like the Korean skincare. I feel like they're the best. And it's the Clear Beauty, the 24K Gold Collagen. So there's one for day and night. Purchase these. These I love. I use. My skin loves this. Like as you can see, like there's no acne, there's no crazy scars. This works really well for me. Next thing I purchase is my deodorant. I do use other kinds as well, but I try to use more natural aluminum-free deodorants. And this one is the Humble, and it's $6.99. I love these deodorants, but here's the thing. Because lately I've been debating if I need to switch back to regular deodorant, but something that's a little cleaner, but still like regular deodorant. Because the issue is these work really well for me, right? I smell good even when I sweat. Like, I'm not stinky. I don't have horrible BO. Like, you know, some people sweat and it smells like they're working out at the gym for 6 hours. When I sweat after wearing these deodorant and stuff, when it dries up, it still smells like the scent of the deodorant. I don't stink. The issue is my clothes are completely stained. That's the problem. They stain my clothing. So a lot of my items have gunky, powdery substance on it, and I have to constantly wash it. And even when I wash it, like if it's a lighter item like white clothing or a cream or, you know, something that's besides black, it really leaves like a residue on it, which is really frustrating. So I feel like it ruins a lot of my shirts. And then also my black t-shirts as well, even though it doesn't show as much, but it has like this stiffness to it. So even if I wash it at the laundromat, it just changes the underarm and it's very frustrating. So I've been debating what I'm gonna do, because I don't know, y'all. Like, I want to be healthier with these things, but it's just ruining all my clothes. Every time I go wash an item, every time I go wash a dress or a t-shirt or something, I'm like, man, like the armpit, the area there, it looks horrible. And I catch myself trying to bleach it more and do more work. So I don't know. All right, other items I ended up buying were these 2 eye creams, and it's from the brand Quick Fix. How much were these? $5.99 each. And these ones are made in Korea as well. And it says instant tightening eye cream with vitamin C. Visibly improves eye area. This one says works quickly to erase visible signs of aging, sagging skin, and dark circles for revived and younger look. Okay, and then this one is with peptides. And it says, helps support the delicate skin around your eyes, visibly refreshing the look of tired eyes, softening the appearance of fine lines, and promoting youthful, resilient finish. So I've never tried these before, so I'm gonna have to test them out, and then later on, maybe by the end of March, maybe in April, I'll give me like a month of using these day. Like, I'm gonna use one for the day and one for the night of using these daily. Should I use one for the day, one for the night? I think that might be too much. I'm gonna alternate between the two and use it at night when I do my nightly routine, when I do my full skincare. And then within a month, I'll let you know if it works or if it doesn't. So you guys can go and try it, but it's this right here. This is the brand, and this is the other one. I'm excited to try it. All right, what else? Okay, now the fun stuff. So the first 2 items that I purchased, you guys already seen, which were these Bratz plushie keychains, right? Now the other 2 that I found, so this will make 3 and 4, for $9.99. How much is the other one? Both for $9.99. Are these Juicy Couture body spray. I didn't know they made body spray. I know they make perfume, and I have a huge collection of that, but I didn't know they come in body spray form. And y'all know I love me some body spray. This is the Viva La Juicy Petal Please, and the other one is the Rose. These are so cute. Not only are they cute, they smell so good. I sprayed them on me earlier to see if it smells as good as the perfume. They really do. Now the test will be trying to see how long these will last on. That will be the ultimate test. But they smell so good, and I had to get them. You know, when it comes to these things, you gotta grab them, because if you don't grab them, it's gone. You will never see them again. So I got these 2. Wait till you see what I got next. So again, I was trying to figure out, these are so cute. What bags am I gonna use these on? Because y'all know I ain't got nothing with me. I gotta go pick up my stuff, right? And I was like, dang, I want something to match this one and this one, so I can be able to start wearing these the bags and start putting charms. I really want to start getting into like charms on my bags and things like that. the things that I found. I found 2 bags. My sister loved it so much, so I ended up buying her one of the other colors because she's more of like a neutral girly. And then my little niece, I ended up getting her, well, she's not little, she's like 23. My niece, I ended up getting her a pink bag, a pink version of it. Actually, my sister, she was like, oh, can you get that for her? So I got my sister that one, and then I got her the pink version. So let me show you, okay? And these were all, how much were they? Where's the receipt? Girl, where's the receipt? $24.99. These were $24.99 each. And when I grabbed these bags, it's so funny. I grabbed these bags and the color, the neutral color, when I went to go check out, at least 5 of the workers came up to me and they were like, oh my God, these are so cute. I'm obsessed with it. And I was like, girl, you better go and get it. Because if you don't get it, that's it. It was 2 left. And I let them know straight up. I was like, listen, go and grab it. Because if you don't grab it, that's it. So one of the girls were looking around and she's like, let me see if anybody's watching me. And then she went, she was like, you know what? Let me just clock out for my lunch and go grab it. She went, she came back. It's so funny. I was checking out. She came back. She was like, I got them. I felt so happy for her. Because you know how it is. This is a scavenger hunt for these bags. You gotta go and search for them. And then if you find them, you gotta get it quick. Because if you don't get it, it's over. You'll never have them again. Okay. Look how cute this is. Are you kidding me? Is this lighting like, oh my God. Can you see it with this lighting? Wait a minute. Let me try and see if you can see it better over here. Why is this so bright? Why? Okay, I'm gonna show you this way. Look at this bag. How cute is it? Oh my God, I'm obsessed with it. I hope you can see the color of how pretty it really is. And it has the little chain right there. That's a mirror with a chain. Now this right here, I don't really care for, so I'm gonna replace it. And it has this strap. I am so obsessed with this bag. I am obsessed with this color. I really love pink and green combined. I feel like it's so cute. I'm trying to see if you can see. I'm too short. So you can wear it like that, or it can be a cute shoulder bag. No, most likely, I'll probably just wear it as a shoulder bag and just let the straps hang down. But here's what I was thinking. Instead of this bear right here, this teddy bear, let me take it out. Let me show you what the teddy bear looks like. So it's this teddy bear. It's really cute. It has Juicy written there, and it has Juicy on this right here. She's pretty cute. I'm gonna replace it with my Bratz, but I'm gonna keep the other stuff on it. Hold on. Can I get this on? The only thing is that the Bratz, the lip strap is silver, but I don't care. Yeah, how cute is that with my Bratz connected to it? Are you kidding me? That is so adorable. I am obsessed with this bag. And then you have this. This is the charm for that. And then the inside, I love how the zipper right here, the pocket, has the green in it, and it's just the typical, you know, Juicy interior. But, and this was the only one in this color left. So the other ones had multicolored, but this is the only one in this color. How cute is that, y'all? Oh my God, I'm obsessed. It's crazy how I'm finding everything in my favorite color lately, and I love that for me. Okay, so that's one of the bags. I'm gonna show you the other colors. This is the one my sister was obsessing over, and she was like, she wants that. Look at this color. So all the girls who love the neutrals, the browns, the creams, isn't this so pretty? I feel like this video is not doing it justice. I hope you can see it properly. I just think it's so freaking cute. And then again, it comes with the same teddy. It just comes with a different color mirror. Are you kidding me? I am obsessed. And again, I'm gonna replace this part right here. So we're gonna, oh, this one's connected. Hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. Because I really kept thinking, like, what am I gonna put my Bratz keychain on? Oh, and I ended up putting the little pacifier around their neck, like a necklace. Listen, it's the simple things in life that make me happy, okay? But how cute is that, y'all? Look at her. Look at her. Wait a minute, am I wearing it backwards? Yes, I am. Are you kidding me? She's so freaking adorable. I'm obsessed with it. So now I've got this bag. Come on, girlie, don't be shy. I think I put it backwards. Now I got this bag with this cute, oh my gosh, everything. I'm obsessed with that. And then we've got this bag. All right, I ended up getting my sister the same one, that brown version, but they also had this pink one right here, and this one's the one for my niece. So if you're a pink girly, it's all, oh my God. Why is the lighting crazy here? There we go. It's all super soft pink. I just thought that was so cute. Okay, y'all, I'm about to reheat some of the stew I made yesterday. Last night, I don't know what it was, I was just craving, like, you ever have those weird soup cravings? You just want to eat something that's stew-like, that's soup-like, you just want a lot of broth. Well, I ended up making last night, it's kind of harder now because I put it in the fridge, of course, overnight. So I did turkey neck, and I put potatoes and of course tomatoes and all my like seasoning and whatever else, and it came out really, really delicious. But the thing is, the broth came out a little thicker than I initially wanted. I wanted it to be very, very like brothy, almost kind of like chicken soup kind of brothy. And like I said, it tastes amazing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reheat it right now. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to kind of give it more of that soupy vibe that I was going for. However, I don't know how it's gonna affect the flavor because I packed in a lot of flavor. I really added in and like really made it delicious. But now I'm wondering, like, what is it gonna taste like if I add a little bit of water and I just don't wanna grab more seasoning and add more crap to it. So what I'm gonna do is add that, and if the flavor is still okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. But if it dilutes the flavor a little bit, then I'm gonna use the gochujang spice paste. This right here will save your soup every time. If you ever wanna, even if you're not doing it the way that I'm doing, if you wanna have soup and you kinda wanna switch it up, you're like, okay, I'm kinda tired of this flavor, how can I switch it up? Add some of this to your broth and it just levels it up to the next, okay? So we're gonna do that right now. I'm trying to figure out how much of it I actually want to eat. That's the thing. As you can see, it's not really that soupy vibe that I was craving. She's a little thick. So we're gonna add some water. I'm not sure how much water I wanna add. Maybe like this much. So we can see how it's gonna turn out. This is like the vibe that I wanted. I kind of wanted like that brothy kind of vibe, but I have no idea how it's gonna affect the flavor. So I'm gonna do that real quick and then I'll let you know. I'm definitely gonna add some of this to it. Now, initially when I first cooked the soup, what I ended up doing is I ended up cooking the neck first, the meat. I ended up cooking that first. I had red onions, I put in shallots, I put in regular onions, garlic, fresh garlic, all of that. And then I added all the seasonings that I wanted to mix in there. I added some, what did I add? I added cumin powder, I added some paprika. I added so much things. Like honestly, I forgot I would have to go through my cabinet and get all that. And instead of using water as the broth, I ended up using like real as natural and organic as I could turkey broth. And the turkey broth came with its own seasoning. It had like basil, it had what did it have in it? It had basil, it had salt, pepper, it had like its own seasoning in there combined. I forgot exactly what it was in it. And I used that as my broth rather than, you know, water and creating that into broth. So it's super packed, it's super flavorful. Now I'm gonna put just this much in it and mix it in, because it's still like, the flavor's still good, but I just want an extra oomph, since now I've got all this broth. This is what I wanted. So now you see, I'm just mixing it in there. I'm not even adding too much. I'm gonna mix it all in there, and then I'm gonna put the cover on and let it sit on it for about, I would say 5 to 6 minutes, just to heat it up, because the thing is already cooked. I don't need to cook it more. I just need to heat it up a little bit, and then we'll have some yummy, delicious food. Y'all, it tastes so good as I imagined it would taste. So I'm about to finish my dinner. It is 6:27 p.m. and later on at night I still have some salad, because I had leftover stuff from like this past week, and I'll have salad maybe like around, because I get hungry late at night. That's my problem. So I'm trying to have like my food and everything else earlier, and then late at night I can have a snack if I'm still feeling hungry. So like around, I would say like 9 o'clock or so, I'm gonna eat my salad. I'm gonna put my Kewpie mayo in it, mix it up in there. It's carrots and lettuce and a bunch of other stuff in there, red onions, etc. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna call it a night because I am exhausted. The last few days have been a really long night, and right now I gotta prepare for B-Day. I am leaving soon, so I gotta start preparing my bags, and I gotta figure out what I'm bringing back with me. I have to go and rent a car and then bring my items back with me. So yeah, there's a lot to do. But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.